Okay, fellas, so here we are. We're gonna replace the radio from this crappy aftermarket one I got with the car. And we're gonna switch it out for a double din. This is gonna be a Pyle. You can't see it because of the sun, but it is gonna be a Pyle double din radio. I'll put the details about the radio in the description for you guys if you want to order it, if I ever get it to work. So we also are going to need a custom double din bezel for this car, specifically for this car. You can see it's already a little larger than the stock bezel, just a little bit, since it's a 1.5 din OEM, so it's not going to be huge. And you're going to want to start by taking this bezel off here. You pry it off with a flathead screwdriver. You toss it aside, sell it on eBay later. Then you got to take screws out. These are the factory mounting holes right here. Alright, there's the screws. You are going to need a, what's that say, 9/32. Very small, looks like that. Very tiny. I'm missing one of the factory screws because I guess dipshit lost it. Alright, after you do that, you just take your radio out. It should be same for factory. Alright, just slides on out. Holy crap, what a rat nest. Okay, he did not wire this properly. As you can see, this is just a shit show on ice. It is so bad. Alright. And here is the antenna. Speakers, power, auxiliary, everything. Oh god, this guy. Okay, so there's that. And I will show you a wiring guide in just a second. Okay, another part of this process is after you get all that crap out, here's your radio down on the floor. And here's what's inside. You have your mounting wires, everything for all your power and such. And then you have your antenna. The kit I bought came with a aftermarket antenna piece to adapt to most other radios that I might buy. So here's the original antenna piece, and here's the aftermarket. And it comes out and it turns into that. So I can use GPS and such. Another thing about installing a radio in this Firebird is it comes with a piece of plastic that sits on top of your HVAC unit, like that. Because it's a double din, you gotta take it out. You gotta cut it out. You cut this piece of plastic out so that there's nothing down here. Nothing. So that you can fit these brackets. So you can fit these radio brackets in here, and they'll sit in the unit just like that. And that little piece of plastic there, it'd bump in here and it would just interfere. You can see it's just a little lower than where it mounted. Maybe you can't, just take my word for it, you need to cut it out. So you need to get yourself a nice Dremel or something. And I use this sheetrock knife. It is pretty inconvenient and dangerous. So get yourself a nice Dremel or like a file or something and sand that down. Another thing that my kit came with was this wiring harness, aftermarket wiring harness, and it just plugs in right here. Plugs right in to the to what we got right here. That end, this end. And then these wires go into the back of the radio. Simple as that. And then the rest of it is just mounting. And we will get to that part in a minute. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys how to wire it up. So you get yourself some of these, I prefer the gold plated ones because they work pretty well, but they're called butt connectors. Alright? So they look like this. They look like that, little tiny butt connectors. One wire goes in one end, the other wire goes in the other end. Alright. I'm going to try and do this on camera. So we have regular purple here. Just regular old purple wire, and it's already pre-cut, so you just pull that off. And if it's not pre-cut, you get wire cutters. And you insert that wire into the butt connector right there. Okay? And you take yourself a crimping tool and you just crimp it. Sorry guys, awkward position in the car, but that's it. It's on that end. And you do the same thing with the other end. Alright? You peel that piece off there. So you got yourself some exposed wire in the butt connector, and you stick the exposed wire on the other side of that butt connector, and that's it. You crimp it and you're done. And you just do that until all the wires are matched up color to color. Okay, so we have the pile all hooked up here and ready to go. I did all the wiring. Right back in the yard. Used those butt connectors. Ran out. I was short 3, so I used electrical tape. I strongly advise you use butt connectors for all of them because the electrical tape will get heated up and it could slide off and it could short. Okay, so don't do that. Don't do what I did. So anyway, we have it all set up here. It's not in the unit yet, but we're going to test it out right now. I'll turn the car on real quick. My last radio did not get any good stations. I couldn't hear shit. So let's see if this sounds better. Alright, so it's working. We got it working. It's pretty cool. Alright, with the volume. Cool. We have a little, it's touchscreen, of course, because it's a 2-inch. I mean a double din, sorry. Double din. Alright, so we got it working right there. Now for this specific radio, it comes with GPS. So here's the GPS cord. Hard to see. It's got an antenna and everything. I don't know where I'm going to set the antenna. We'll figure it out. I'll put it somewhere. Hopefully it works behind the radio. It's a weird radio station. Alright. So it's working. This radio comes with GPS, navigation. You can't see it because it's so goddamn bright. Yeah, navigation, radio, Bluetooth, USB, SD card, and DVD. Alright, I've disabled the parking brake so I can watch DVDs when in traffic and hopefully not kill somebody. I will not be doing that, but I can. I mean, my passengers will like it. And yeah. Navigation's not plugged in, so it's not going to work yet, but it does come with navigation. It's loading. And anyway, this comes with mounting hardware. Looks like this. Excuse me. Looks like this. And it mounts to the side of the radio like that via some screws. And then these holes will mount onto the factory mounting holes, and the radio takes it in there just like that. And then you slap the bezel on top and you're ready to go. Alright, as soon as I get that done, I will show you guys. Alright, here she is. In the, right in my dash right there. Looks good. It fit. Barely, but it fit. Alright, let's see if everything is still hooked up and wired. Yeah, there we go. It's coming through. Alright, still haven't removed that film yet. Going to after I'm done fucking with everything so I don't ruin anything. There we go. Come now to learn it's working. It's good. Where do you think the strongest good. Okay. So it's working. Fantastic. I would advise you to not tighten these bolts down until you got them all in place. Otherwise you're going to break something. You're going to crack some plastic or something and you're going to be real pissed. Alright, so here's the double din bezel that goes over top. I just have to put the pieces of plastic or the clips in the back of it to snap it in. That's what it's going to look like when it's just about done, and it fits fantastically. I'm surprised that that bezel fit the way it did, but it did. So it looks really good in this Firebird. That's a fantastic upgrade. The radio was only $200. Comes with GPS and all the goodies. You can even change the screen on the back there. I really wish you guys could see it, but I don't know. The camera I'm using is sensitive, I guess. But it looks really good, and I will give you a tour as soon as I finish installing it. But so far, so good. And there we have it, fellas. Radio's in. Looks fantastic in the car. It's a good start. Nice upgrade right there. I just brought the radio, the GPS antenna out from under the dash down here. Ran it up the side, and now it sits right there in my window until I find a better place to put it. And hopefully everything starts working the way it should. Need to play with the radio and let you guys know what I think about it. It's a Pyle. I'll give you the number and everything. Came with a remote like most do now, and I'll let you know the details about the radio in the description. And I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope my wire guide wasn't too shitty. If it was terrible, let me know, and I will walk you through it however I can. Thank you for watching.